I would advise people do is go back and pay very close attention to each and every one of these stories of these innocent bystanders that gets hit, and ask yourself, in an environment where there's a bunch of degenerates, how does that work? If the odds are the same, then people should be winning the lottery jackpot a lot more. Oh, it's okay to feel sorry for this one, because he wasn't doing anything that our legal system and our value system says is criminal. What do you guys think about Takeoff? So we're done with just pearly things. They got cavities in them, is the assessment that we made. Takeoff's music label claims that Migos rapper was killed by a stray bullet. What do you guys think about that? I think that that's terrible. One thing that I hate when this kind of stuff happens, I don't know if you guys saw my community post. If you guys haven't, show some love. Make sure y'all check it out. Drop some comments on it. You know what I'm saying? Smash that like button. Why is it that when rappers get killed, does everybody in the media talk to us like we're crazy? Can I ask you guys that? I'm a YouTuber. And I do social commentary and talk about news articles. I don't need to stop doing anything that I'm doing. I've never shot anybody. I've never robbed anybody. And I guarantee you, most of you are all members of society that contribute to the best of your ability. None of us needs to stop doing anything. If anything, what we need to do is we need to work harder. To all the media and all the people that say we need to stop this. No, we don't need to stop doing shit. They need to stop. See, because when you say we need to stop, what you're doing is you're merging the degenerate element of society with the non-degenerate element of society. And I don't care if it's the last breath that I take. I will stand on what I say. Degeneracy is not concurrent with black culture. But if you pay very close attention, it's the black Democrat, MSNBC, and Dr. Rashad Ritchie, Young Turks nonsense that's out here pointing fingers at black people, talking about we need to stop. We don't need to stop doing anything. Yeah, facts. Meanwhile, they aren't asking who the hammer attacker, what music he listens to before he attacked Paul Pelosi. From what I understand, that dude was from a nudist colony. That motherfucker, lucky he attacked Paul Pelosi with some clothes on and shit. His degenerate ass. I think there's some weird shit going on. Uncle Paulie be over there getting drunk and doing weird shit, and I guarantee you it's gonna fall. It's gonna come out pretty soon. So when I see the media, and you know what, this was actually supposed to be the last stream that I did, but I don't know, man. Like, I think when I get done with this stream, I'm gonna do one more stream because I want to show y'all something. And it's Dr. Rashad Ritchie and Roland Martin, and I'm really tired of people like them too. Because if you keep talking to people a certain way, either people will reject it or they'll believe it. And I think for a long time, people believed it, but nowadays people are waking up and they're starting to reject it. And I'm happy. Don't let anybody sit there and tell you we need to do better. Speaking of what Torian just said, is anybody saying when it comes to that guy that attacked Paul Pelosi, you guys need to do better, with the whole like not being sexual degenerates and keeping your clothes on? Nobody's saying that. Despite the fact that I can tell you a story where something crazy like that happened every day. There's white sexual degeneracy in the news more than black on black crime is. It's just not on the news that's pumped out the most. Black people in the black face has to be the face of degeneracy. So they pump out the news that has us on it. Little stupid ass robberies that happen in New York City. Yeah, what music did Kyle Rittenhouse, Dylan Ruth, Ethan Crumley, Ethan Couch, and all them listen to? I guarantee you they listen to some damn death metal. I guarantee you they listen to country. And I guarantee you they listen to some old ass hip hop like it was new. Probably listen to that old ass shit like Diddy and shit. Talking about I Get Around by Tupac just came out yesterday and shit. Corny ass shit like that. Dude, you ever hear this fucking album called Doggy Style? You know what I'm saying? Mixing that shit up on the same MP3 player with some damn classic rock, some death metal and Sting. How you gonna have Snoop Dogg and Ice Cube on a CD with Sting? You know what I'm saying? And the Dixie Chicks and shit. Motherfuckers be having all kinds of mixes of music that don't match. Don't never ever, if you got any white friends, let them choose the playlist if you go work out. You'll be all kinds of fucked up. You know what I'm saying? Takeoff's music label claims Migos rapper was killed by stray bullet. That's sad. But we shouldn't have to do a stream and say, hey, guess what, dumbasses? This isn't all of us. Why is it that anytime something happens, you know what I'm saying, and it can be linked to some degeneracy, because I don't want to disrespect Takeoff in his death, you know, but it's not the best situation to be, you know, playing dice and stuff like that, you know, just in that environment, you know what I mean? How does that somehow become all of us? So mind you, this is Neil deGrasse Tyson. You know what I'm saying? How does it become all of us? We're the only people that anytime something happens that's an isolated event, it happens to all of us. Oh, Rob, you need to be careful. Takeoff got shot. Why the fuck do I need to be careful because Takeoff got shot? I don't play dice at 3 o'clock in the morning. I don't do that shit. Most of us don't. That should be the next news story. Newsflash, white America. Most of us don't play dice at 2, 3 o'clock in the morning. But for some reason, it's not common sense to these people. Quality Control Music issued a statement on Instagram blaming senseless violence for the rapper's death. I don't think that it's senseless violence. How can you say that it's senseless violence when this is what goes on in the message of a lot of this music? Yeah, on TikTok, doing dances we did 25 years ago, they can finally keep time. Facts. Real shit. And then getting more viewers than everybody else. Getting 1 million views for the fucking electric slide and shit. Like, are you serious? They doing the Cleveland Shuffle, getting 2 and 3 million views. That shit was out like 10 years ago. What y'all doing? Just discovering shit like Columbus. And just Columbus Day every damn day for some people. Shit. Takeoff's music label, Quality Control Music, has posted a statement to Instagram stating that the rapper, given the name Kershnik Kari Ball, was killed by an errant gunshot during an early morning altercation outside Houston's 810 Billiards and Bowling on Tuesday. Listen, man, anytime you in the hood and you go in some place and it's called billiards, that's not the best idea. You know what I'm saying? That I just take it from me. If it's some shit called billiards and spirits, or, you know what I'm saying, Leroy's Billiards, or, you know what I'm saying, that's just not the move, especially that late at night. Trust me. You know what I'm saying? And on top of that shit, I'm not even talking about for like gun violence. Usually them kind of places are in a building so damn old, they got one window in the back and it's Ohio glass blocks. So if the place catch on fire, you ain't getting out through the back anyway. And it ain't no other exits if people start shooting on the inside. I'm telling you, do not go to some shit called billiards. You know that's another word for pool, so it's like a pool hall. But trust me, man, those are not the places to be late night. That's where a lot of old ratchet motherfuckers are. Like the people that still like in their 50s and 60s, that's not even OGs yet, they still gangbanging. They hang out at them kind of places. You know what I'm saying? Still wearing top hats and shit, looking like Bernie Mac on you know what I'm saying? Looking like Bernie Mac on Players Club and shit. A whole bunch of them too, like 10 of them. You know what I'm saying? Like, the hell? This look like Kings of Comedy up in here. Nah, it's not. It's not Kings of Comedy. It's not Kings of Comedy. It's some over the hill gangbangers in that motherfucker. Is what it is. You know what I'm saying? About 2 or 3 motherfuckers named Junebug in there. Don't. You know what I'm saying? Trust me. It is with broken hearts and deep sadness that we mourn the loss of our beloved brother Kirsnick Kari Ball, known to the world as Takeoff. The label wrote in a message posted Tuesday night. Senseless violence and a stray bullet has taken another life from this world, and we are devastated. So one of the things that's really sad about this is like the fire wasn't even meant for him. It's sad, first of all, that a conflict broke out where people were dead. You know what I'm saying? But the thing that's really sad is that the bullet wasn't even meant for him. Like, he was just there. You're talking about being in the wrong place at the wrong time. Have anybody's parents ever had that speech with them about being in the wrong place at the wrong time? Man, when I turned 16 years old, my dad had that speech with me repeatedly. All it takes is one time, boy. It just takes one time. You be in the wrong place at the wrong time. All the time. Like, man. And you know how, like, when your parents start telling you stuff like that, when you're young, you just instantly get tired, like you haven't slept in 2 years, so you can barely keep your eyes open when your parents are talking to you. Oh, I was a terrible rebel, bro. Terrible, man. But there's truth to that. And it's sad that, you know what I'm saying, like, this is actually a case of that. I got a friend that had this happen. My friend that had this happen, I don't know how, like, this dude got more lives than a cat, but he had some stuff like this happen. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you immediately hit that long sigh. You know what I'm saying? Your dad, like, what's wrong with you breathing like that? You know what I'm saying? Nothing. You know what I'm saying? What I just say to you? Then you be that when they say, what did you just say? What did I just say to you? And you can't think of what it was they just said because you wasn't paying attention. Man, they could see your brain muscle straining because you know you finna get your ass whooped if you don't repeat what he just said. What I just say? Oh shit, man, that's like the longest 5 seconds in your life. Like, that recall feels like a whole entire lifetime. You digging through all the corners of your brain. Damn, what does this motherfucker just say? You know what I'm saying? My life about to go real bad, real quick if I don't remember this shit. Oh yeah, he said something about don't be in the wrong place at the wrong time. You said don't be in the wrong place at the wrong time. You think like 3 hours done went past. It's only been like 5 seconds and shit. The motherfucker like, because you already know you wasn't paying attention. You just guessed that shit because they done sat there and had the same speech with you like you slow. You know what I'm saying? Ever since you turned 13. You know what I'm saying? So now here it says the label proceeded to ask the public to respect Takeoff's family and friends' privacy as they grieve. Houston police officials have yet to confirm any particulars regarding the gunshots or the shot that ended the 28-year-old superstar's life, only stating that an argument took place and escalated to the point where at least 2 guns were fired outside the 3rd floor entrance of the downtown bowling alley around 2:30 a.m. on Tuesday. The shooting occurred after a privately booked event at 810 and Billiards Bowling and occurred in the midst of a large group of 40 or more people. I mean, this was at a private event. That's hey man, that's how them FBA dads are, man. They don't be playing. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the dads. You know what I'm saying? As much as my dad got on my damn nerves, and he still get on my nerves to this day. If it wasn't for him, you know what I'm saying, I would not be where I'm at today. And I say that in a good way. You know what I'm saying? I say that in a good way. You know, like, they try to make it where people never talk about how influential their fathers are. You know what I'm saying? They try to make it like fathers are not important. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to tell you something. That is not true. Fathers are an irreplaceable part of a child's life growing up. And it's like that for any child. You know what I'm saying? The white media will always attempt to downplay the importance and the relevance of a black father in a child's life to help fit a narrative. You know what I'm saying? I always make it a point to always give my dad accolades. Always. You know what I'm saying? Because anytime you hear these nonsensical morons sit there and talk about how unimportant a dad is or how non-existent a dad is, my dad was very existent. Other people who had their fathers in their life, their dads were very existent. And it matters. And the attack that non-black society has on black fathers and black families in general is something that we, in my opinion, really need to start taking a hard line stand on. It's not, it's all of society. All of society wants to jump onto the whole white supremacy, anti-black racism. Then that means that all of them are in the path of destruction. Nobody gets a break. That's one of the reasons, in my opinion, there shouldn't be any alliances. Not because those people have nefarious purposes, but they all sit around and benefit from anti-black racism when it's convenient. And then they're people of color when it's not. You don't get to do that. You don't get that hard line pass. You get to be treated like exactly what you are, which is an extension of white supremacy. And that's why when I do my content, that's how I talk about them. Because that's what they are. That's what they want to be known as. So that's what you're going to get addressed as. You don't want to be an ally. You want to be a beneficiary. You know what I'm saying? You want to be a beneficiary of black struggle and a beneficiary of white supremacy. You no more should people be allowed to have it both ways. And in my opinion, one of the first ways to make it so that people don't have it both ways is to cut the cord from the Democratic Party. That's one of the first ways. You know what I'm saying? So now here it says, the Houston police officials have yet... Oh, we already read that. Okay. So now here it says, I don't want to speculate, but based on what people say about Takeoff, he's respected and nonviolent. So now I find this fascinating. The police officer says he doesn't want to speculate on some positive shit that was said about Takeoff. I appreciate you, DeAndre. I appreciate all y'all in here. What up with it, Ghost? Do you guys see this? I don't want to speculate, but based on what people say about Takeoff, he's respected and nonviolent. I mean, you don't want to speculate on that? So we're not going to speculate anything positive about him. That's good to know. You know what I'm saying? Houston Police Chief Troy Finner said during a Tuesday afternoon press conference, "We have no reason to believe he was involved in anything criminal at the time of the shooting." I mean, why would we believe that? Do they do this? Do they say that about other victims of gunfire? You know what I'm saying? Like, anytime there's a white woman that comes up missing, well, you know, we have no reason to believe that she was fucking somebody else. You know, like that lady in California was, when she lied and said that two Hispanic women kidnapped her. So, like, I don't understand why it is that you have to pass that test. Okay, like, he was the victim of a tragedy. He caught a stray bullet. That's just it. We don't have any information on the shooter. Why do we need to prove to society, oh, he wasn't involved in anything criminal? He was the victim. So if he was involved in something criminal, he would have deserved the bullet. That right there just solidifies the white George Floyd narrative. Oh, it's okay to feel sorry for this one because he wasn't doing anything that our legal system and our value system says is criminal. Houston police continue to search for tips and information as to who fired the shots that ended Takeoff's life. That's sad, man. You guys remember what I said? It's always the people who are not really the ones who are about the degeneracy that always get caught. It's always the quiet one. You know what I'm saying? It's always that 5-year-old kid that was on the honor roll. It's always that single mother that just created a business. If you think that that's not an accident, what I would advise people do is go back and pay very close attention to each and every one of these stories of these innocent bystanders that gets hit, and ask yourself, in an environment where there's a bunch of degenerates, how does that work? If the odds are the same, then people should be winning the lottery jackpot a lot more.